My name is Chiro Jacob, working at National Malaria Elimination Center. This video gives instructions on how to do a rapid diagnostic test, which is RDT for malaria. Detecting malaria with RDTs is part of Ministry of Health strategy to eliminate malaria in Zambia. The rapid diagnostic tests are used at hospitals, health facilities, and by community health workers to test for malaria. Someone might have the malaria parasite in their body, even if they don't have the signs and symptoms associated with malaria. Only those who test positive for malaria will be given treatment. Now, follow along as we go through the steps of how to do an RDT. To do the RDT, you need the RDT kit with the RDT cassette, an alcohol swab, a lancet, a pipette, buffer, a pair of disposable gloves, sharp box, biohazard waste bag, a timer, a pen, and a register. Before you begin, check the expiry date on the RDT. The expiry date is usually found on the box. Be aware that where the expiry date is found can vary depending on the brand of the kit. Currently in Zambia, we are using 3 RDT test kits. These are SD Bioline, First Response, and Care Start. Always read the instructions manual carefully before using an RDT. This is important because different test kits may vary on the number of drops of buffer that you're going to apply and the time you have to wait for you to read the results. The next step is you open the packet and then remove the test cassette. When you remove the test cassette, you check for the desiccant. You have to check for the color change, if there's any color change in the desiccant, or if the desiccant has solidified. To test if the desiccant has been exposed to moisture, then you have to shake it. If it makes noise, then it hasn't been exposed. It is important to check for the desiccant so that you ensure that the RDT that you are using has not been exposed to moisture. You should now also prepare the alcohol pad, the pipette, and the lancet. After you prepare that, you have now to write the name of the patient on the cassette and also write the name, the age, and the sex of the patient in the register. Now, you put on the gloves. You have to ensure that you have to put the right size of the gloves. You have to know your size, and you can only also check the size of the gloves on the box of the gloves. Grasp the patient's left hand and wipe their 4th finger, which is the ring finger, with an alcohol swab. If the ring finger is not available, use the other. Allow the finger to dry. Now open the lancet and prick the patient's finger to get a drop of blood. Immediately discard the lancet in the sharp box. Do not set the lancet down as it will contaminate the surface. So ensure that you discard the lancet in the sharp box. Next, grab the pipette and collect a drop of blood. After being pricked, have the patient hold the alcohol swab on their finger until the bleeding stops, and then ask the patient to throw the swab into the biohazard bag. Transfer the blood from the pipette to the cassette. Ensure that you touch the pad. Discard the pipette into the sharp box. For this brand of RDT, we are using SD Bioline. We will put 4 drops of buffer into the large round hole on the RDT. Be sure to check the instructions with your kit, as the number of buffer drops may vary from kit to kit. Look at the time and write down the time to read the results on the RDT. This also varies from brandy to brandy. If it says to wait 15 minutes and it's 9:30, then you should write down 9:45. When you've finished with the test, you should remove your gloves. When you take off your gloves, throw them in the biohazard bag. Wait a full amount of time that is specified. Do not read the test sooner, as you may get a false or inaccurate reading. Once the full time has passed, 15 minutes in this example, it's time to read the test results. There are three possible results. One red line near the letter C and no line near the letter PF means the test is negative. If, on the other hand, there is one red line near the letter C and one red line near the letter PF, then the result is positive. Even if the red line near the letter PF is faint, it is still a positive test result. If there is no control line in the window C, this means the test is damaged or was done incorrectly. No line near the letter C and a line near the letter PF also means the tests are invalid. If you get an invalid test result, repeat the test using a new and opened test and a new and opened lancet. Put the remaining non-sharp wastes in the biohazard bag. Record the test result in the Community Health Worker Register. A couple of important reminders. Only use each test once. Do not try to use a test more than once. If you get an invalid result, do the test again. Thank you for your attention. This video has been brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Path Masepa.